Good evening, boxing world, and welcome to another edition of Fantasy Bout Hour, the channel dedicated to bringing you fantasy matchups on a regular basis. If there's a particular matchup that you want me to cover, please leave it in the comments section, and I promise to honor your request. Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell notification. I'll be bringing you two fights in this video, and it is coming from the same person. It is coming from Tom Hodges. Tom, I thank you for your request, and I thank you for participating in the channel. The two fights that he mentioned is Tommy Morrison versus Michael Moore, and then Tommy Morrison versus Bruce Seldon. Let's start off with Tommy Morrison versus Michael Moore. Both of these guys fought in what I consider the golden era of the heavyweights. This was the era where no one was ducking no one. These guys fought each other, and they fought often. And so we know that Michael Moore was the first southpaw heavyweight, which is an accomplishment. We know that Tommy Morrison had a great and devastating left hook and fought everybody who was anybody. So both of these guys had great resumes. Michael Moore's most notable win was against Evander Holyfield, and he went on to fight fighters like George Foreman, and Tommy Morrison fought George Foreman also, and fought Ray Mercer. But all I can say is that win, lose, or draw, these guys fought the best fighters. So both of these guys deserve respect just for that simple fact. On one hand, Tommy Morrison had that one-punch knockout power, especially with his left hook. But on the other hand, Michael Moore had better boxing skills, and he was the more technical fighter. And so I could see Tommy Morrison ending it with one shot, but then I can see Michael Moore outworking Tommy Morrison. So as far as this fight is concerned, well, first let me say that both guys weren't exactly consistent. They had their good points in their career, and they had their bad points in their career. Sometimes they were up, sometimes they were down. But I feel that Tommy Morrison fought the more dangerous opposition and had the better wins. So I see this being a late knockout or come from behind victory for Tommy Morrison. I see Michael Moore outworking him throughout the course of the fight, and then Tommy Morrison just hitting the jackpot with one of those deadly left hooks. Yeah, I definitely see Tommy Morrison catching Michael Moore down the stretch with the left hook for the knockout victory. So those are my thoughts on that. Let's cover Tommy Morrison versus Bruce Seldon. Bruce Seldon, he had a good resume. With that being said, he lost all of his notable fights against the likes of Oliver McCall, Riddick Bowe, Mike Tyson, so on and so forth. But Bruce Seldon lost a lot of points, or lost a lot of respect behind the Tyson fight. We all saw the fight. We all saw what happened. It's obvious that he took a dive in the fight. As unpopular as that opinion may be, just go back and look at the video. And it is what it is as far as that's concerned. But Bruce Seldon definitely passed the eye test, had quick hands, had a great jab, had a great physique, great footwork. He was pleasing to the eye as a fighter. And always looked good in the first few rounds of all of his fights. Just flicking that jab. Just flicking those quick hands, those quick, beautiful combinations. But he couldn't finish down the stretch. His opponents would always catch up with him down the stretch. And so, it is what it is. Pleasing to the eye, had good-looking combinations, and just once again passed the eye test and appeared to be in great shape. And heavyweights back then were in a lot better shape than they are now, or at least look better than they did now. It is what it is. But I see this being a easy victory for Tommy Morrison down the stretch. I see Bruce Seldon fading down the stretch as he always does, and Tommy Morrison gaining the advantage down the stretch. I see Bruce Seldon having early success with the movement, with the footwork, with the quick combinations, the beautiful flicking jab, and I can't say it enough. That's pleasing to the eye. But the fights are 10 to 12 rounds, so you have to look good for 12 rounds. And Bruce Seldon, unfortunately, would fade down the stretch. So this would definitely favor the hard-hitting Tommy Morrison. I see Tommy Morrison winning both fights by late knockout. The first fight versus Michael Moore by late knockout, and the second fight versus Bruce Seldon by late knockout. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. I'll see you on the next video.